Hey, it's Rob. Welcome to the Everyday Investor, the hottest real estate investment show in the world. That's right, I said it. I don't care who knows it. I am super excited about this show. I've never done one in the 14 years of doing this show. Today, we're going to be talking about making money investing in franchises. I have my good friend Miguel here. He's going to talk about how you can make money in the franchise world. Remember, we're going to go through the 4 questions. Always ask 4 questions when anyone offers you any kind of investment vehicle. Number 1, what's the return on investment? Number 2, when do I get that return on investment along with the money that I put in? 3, what's the minimum cash amount needed? And number 4, what is the risk? Don't go anywhere. This show is going to be amazing. The Everyday Investor continues in a moment.
The Everyday Investor has been brought to you by ProFunds Mortgages, Fixed Returns, Real Security. The Real Estate Center Canada, for all your buying, selling, and investing needs. Exteriors, providing you with full-service exterior renovations.
For over 10 years, Strong-Based Interlock and Landscaping has providing professional services to homeowners across the Greater Toronto Area. We are dedicated to ensuring your landscaping resembles the beauty you have envisioned. Our team guarantees competitive prices and the highest level of customer satisfaction through our integrity and commitment to quality landscaping services. For a free estimate on your next project, call us at 416-800-1585 or visit our website at sbinterlock.com. Whatever your interlocking and landscaping needs, you can count on Strong Base.
At Here to Clean, we understand that inviting someone into your home is a big deal. All of our cleaners are carefully vetted to ensure we send the right person to care for your home. We offer a variety of cleaning services to meet our various clients' needs, from small office and vacation rental cleaning, post-renovation and move-in cleaning. We will arrange a team of professionals with the right skill sets to tackle your toughest jobs and get them done right. Email, call, or text us to discuss your unique needs.
Hey there, this is Anthony Maniaci. Here at Maniaci Sobel Altbaum, we're a law firm working for you in all facets of the law. My specialty is working in corporate commercial law and real estate, but we have lawyers that work in all other areas, including litigation and family. Our practice focuses on service with a personal touch, delivering in-depth legal advice and guidance to our clients, treating you as people, not as a number. You can reach us at maniacilaw.com.
Hey, it's Jeff and Mark from Exteriors. Exteriors provides you with full-service exterior renovations, including roofing, siding, aluminum, and eaves troughs. We treat every renovation as if it were our own, guaranteeing impeccable craftsmanship. Exteriors Renovations. Contact us for a free quote.
At High Peaks Custom Homes, we understand that your family is unique, and your home should be too. We are dedicated to understanding your vision and bringing it to life with great attention to detail and expert craftsmanship. Contact us at High Peaks Custom Homes to speak with our design team and start your new home.
Canadian Real Estate Wealth, Canada's leading authority on residential real estate investment, can help you grow your portfolio, build equity, and find the perfect market for your next investment property. Available both online and in print. Canadian Real Estate Wealth is written by investors for investors. Each issue brings proven, practical advice on all aspects of your investor's journey: property management, financing, alternative investing, and so much more. In 2018, when you think ROI, think CREW. Visit CanadianRealEstateMagazine.ca to subscribe today.
The Real Estate Center is one of North America's leading real estate firms, helping everyday people buy, sell, and invest in real estate. By leading with education, we make sure our clients have the know-how and confidence to make informed decisions, allowing them to reach their goals. Through our vast network of experienced advisors, the Real Estate Center is able to provide a full-service experience across the entire country. Whether you're looking for your first home, an income property, or commercial investment, we're here to help. Visit our website at therealestatecenter.com.
Hey, it's Rav. Welcome back to the Everyday Investor. Today we're going to be talking about how to make money in franchises. I've been doing the show for 14 years. It was called Inside Real Estate, In Tune with Real Estate, Real Investments. Now it's called the Everyday Investor. Only once did I deviate from not talking about real estate. We had a very sickening show. It was on that word called stocks. Just kidding. For those of you that play the stock market, once in a while I do as well. But that was the only show I've ever done outside of investing in real estate. I met a guy several months ago, become a good friend, and he taught me the world of franchising and investing in franchises. Franchising. Miguel's on the show. Miguel, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
As much as the viewers at home can't tell, I was on the treadmill at the gym, and I would see you often, and we would hang out. And thank you. We would hang out. We would talk. And we never kind of talk business, because that's not what life is. We're not always just, hey, what do you do? Let's talk business.
Yeah, small talk.
And so it was small talk. And later did I realize and was so inspired that this young man of 30 years old has 4 Booster Juice franchises, working on the 5th, and doing really, really quite well for yourself. And so I asked you some questions, and I said, you know what, the viewers on the show need to learn about this world of franchising. So talk a little bit about how you got started. How were you able to do this? I mean, 30 years old, and we've got 4 different franchises that we own, and we're working on our 5th. How did you start? How did this happen?
Funny, we're in a real estate investing show. I actually started via real estate.
Okay.
Actually, prior to real estate, I worked with 2 friends and business partners at the time with the franchise we had in Bell Mobility.
Okay.
We did that for about a year and a half, and I ventured off on my own, purchased real estate. Basically, leveraged the real estate to be able to open my first Booster Juice franchise. 23 is when I started to work towards it. And then 24, I had just turned 24, and then...
So the Bell Mobility franchise, so I didn't know that. So you actually had a franchise, and how old were you when you did the Bell Mobility?
Around 21, 22. The numbers...
and you had and you had 2 friends that did that with you?
Correct, yeah.
Then you got out of that, and you decided to buy a piece of real estate, a property, a home.
Right.
You lived in the home, or was it an investment property?
It was investment.
It was an investment property. And so somebody's watching the show and they're saying, yeah, but you're 23 years old at the time. So did you get help to do that?
Yes, I actually had help from a partner at the time and family in terms of getting the loan, getting approved.
For the investment property.
Right.
Okay, and then a couple years later, the investment property increased in value. You refinanced it, you sold it. What did you do?
Sold it for the money. I had savings of my own as well, combined it.
Okay.
And
paid out your partners and paid back family and so on and so forth, and then got into Booster Juice?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. And then I had my own savings. I've been working since about 15.
Yeah.
So I wasn't at that time, and even more so now, I'm not that much of a spender.
Yeah.
I've always kind of been a little bit on the cheap side growing up.
But I wouldn't even say cheap. I would say smart. I mean, I really want the viewers at home to know. I mean, it's kind of my motto in life, Miguel. When people say, "Hey, Rav, what's kind of if you had a statement?" And when I used to speak and travel and so on and so forth, and the posters there with my ugly mug, and it would say this. It would say, "Live simply, give generously, always invest." And so I think at a young man, you're 22, 23 years old, now you're 30, but to understand it's not how much you make necessarily, it's how you live life, right? And so you live very frugal, you live simply, you're able to save.
It's how much you keep.
Yeah, how much you keep. And so at the age of 24 then, you got into the Booster Juice world.
Right.
And 6 years later, you're working on your 5th one.
Correct.
Okay, so there was Bell Mobility, now Booster Juice. Why not, Tim Hortons? Why not Subway? Why not Anytime Fitness? Like, how does one know what type of franchise to choose? Do we always just pick the top 3, or on the franchise shows, or how do you go about that?
So to talk about Bell Mobility, I do think it was a valuable experience in order to leverage to go into Booster Juice, because then I was able to say, I have franchising experience. I've worked with head office, worked with customers, worked with staff. And I had that relationship and experience to help me use that to leverage, working with Booster Juice and, kind of showing them that I'd be able to run a store. Yeah. Right. That's very important to know.
Oh, so you're saying it's Booster Juice's or any top franchise's prerogative of whether they're going to even let you run with this?
There's a screening process.
Okay.
Booster Juice is very in demand, very popular right now.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they get in the hundreds a year. Applicants, okay. Trying to open, even in just Canada.
Okay, so not just anybody. I mean, you've got to have a little bit of background. You have to be a little bit business savvy. Prove to them that you're not going to give them a bad reputation.
Right.
So why Booster Juice as opposed to Miguel Juice? Why Miguel Smoothie as opposed to Booster? Because I'm sure there's some overhead. I mean, Booster Juice wants to make their money. Why did you go the franchise route as opposed to independent?
So there's pros and cons to going privately, independently, and going with a franchise. I guess the main con for going through the franchising route is you don't have much control over your product and service offering.
Yeah.
And you have to pay an initial franchise fee. In this case, at that time it was $20,000. Now it's about $30,000 for
$30,000 franchise fee. And I would say I don't think the first one's a con, because if they have a great company, why do you want to change the product anyways?
Right.
So really, there's a cost to doing business with a
Right.
franchise.
Yeah.
So that would probably be the only one.
And there's the ongoing 9.5% of the marketing and royalty fee as well.
Yeah. So it's a cost of doing business with them, but they do all the marketing for you.
Yes, majority. They do a lot of nationwide and regional marketing. You want to do your own marketing as well, just for your local stores, of course.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you have customers from day one because of what you're buying into, the booster juice, the brand, the product.
So were you
the
ever
franchise.
tempted to, hey, I know what I'm doing now, I'm going to open up Miguel Smoothie King, like you
Never
were-
been tempted.
Okay.
Legally not even allowed.
Oh,
So-
now you're not allowed to, so there's a non-compete clause.
Exactly,
So,
yeah.
but you know what I mean, so...
I'd never been tempted though. Been doing this for since 2012. I'm still, even at this stage, motivated to work with them, open more stores.
That's cool. No, I like that, because a lot of times people think, why do franchises when you can do your own? But there's a reason, because everything in life, it's marketing, obviously.
Right.
And so if they're going to do that for you, and if I'm going to go to Cousin Vinny submarine stop, or I'm going to go to Subway, I'd probably go to Subway because I know what to expect. And in the same way as I had my booster juice this morning, believe it or not, I want to go there as opposed to Cousin Vinny smoothie shop.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it's a good thing, and if the numbers can work and you buy the right franchise. The other thing you taught me that is of crucial importance, and we're going to go through all the numbers when we come back from the break here, in terms of what the return on investment is and so on and so forth. But the other thing you taught me, Miguel, is location matters. Right? Talk about that you can have the greatest franchise, but if it's not in a great spot where there's traffic, where people are coming, it's not going to work.
Okay, so with location, you don't necessarily need to be in the greatest spot or great spot, but you have to balance value for your rent versus the type of location you're getting. So for example,
Great point.
A lot of people always are targeting, those high-profile locations, like office towers that everybody knows about, malls that everybody knows about, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They have to remember, though, that those are high-profile locations, but there's also risk associated with that in terms of the fact that you are going to be paying that higher premium rent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, that's very interesting, because I think you shared with me you have 4 working on 5. 3 of them are in real popular areas in the core of Metropolis, and then 1 is like an hour and a half north of Toronto, and that one is doing the best because you pay lower rent, and so then therefore it works out. Correct?
That one actually in Barrie.
Yeah.
It is actually my highest rent.
Yeah. Oh, it's your highest rent.
Yep.
But isn't it the highest revenues as well?
Highest revenues, but the thing is, revenue doesn't necessarily equate to income.
Yes.
Right?
The expenses and so on and so forth.
You could have a store, that has lower rent and lower sales, but higher income, and store with higher sales, higher rent, higher income, and then higher profile location with lower income.
So which one is the I mean, they're all great, obviously, and we're going to go through the numbers here in a minute, but which one does the best for you? They're all great.
They're all great.
They're all great.
I can't even
Miguel
say.
is great. Franchise Booster Juice is great. We're going to go through the numbers. Get your paper, your pen. We're going to learn how we can make money investing in franchises with Miguel. Don't go anywhere. The Everyday Investor continues in a moment.
The Everyday Investor has been brought to you by ProFunds Mortgages, fixed returns, real security. The Real Estate Center Canada, for all your buying, selling, and investing needs. Exteriors, providing you with full-service exterior renovations.
Canadian Real Estate Wealth, Canada's leading authority on residential real estate investment, can help you grow your portfolio, build equity, and find the perfect market for your next investment property. Available both online and in print. Canadian Real Estate Wealth is written by investors for investors. Each issue brings proven, practical advice on all aspects of your investor's journey: property management, financing, alternative investing, and so much more. In 2018, when you think ROI, think CREW. Visit CanadianRealEstateMagazine.ca to subscribe today.
ProFunds Mortgages and its affiliate Valor Capital offers expert service and funding solutions for builders and developers, offering first and second mortgages with a combination of institutional and private lending. ProFunds Mortgages and Valor Capital offer a full-service construction and development package with in-house engineers, developers, builders, planners, and the best of financial analysts. With the many years of experience and credibility, ProFunds and Valor would love to be your added value financial partner. Visit us at profunds.ca.
Hey, it's Jeff and Mark from Exteriors. Exteriors provides you with full-service exterior renovations, including roofing, siding, aluminum, and eaves troughs. We treat every renovation as if it were our own, guaranteeing impeccable craftsmanship. Exteriors Renovations. Contact us for a free quote.
At High Peaks Custom Homes, we understand that your family is unique, and your home should be too. We are dedicated to understanding your vision and bringing it to life with great attention to detail and expert craftsmanship. Contact us at High Peaks Custom Homes to speak with our design team and start your new home.
For over 10 years, Strong-Based Interlock and Landscaping has providing professional services to homeowners across the Greater Toronto Area. We are dedicated to ensuring your landscaping resembles the beauty you have envisioned. Our team guarantees competitive prices and the highest level of customer satisfaction through our integrity and commitment to quality landscaping services. For a free estimate on your next project, call us at 416-800-1585 or visit our website at sbinterlock.com. Whatever your interlocking and landscaping needs, you can count on Strong Base.
Like people, businesses have their journey, their path, sometimes straight, but more often evolving, growing, and adapting. And like people, businesses' needs change, creating the need for knowledge in areas like accounting, consulting, and tax. Areas critical to your continued growth and success, all part of the journey, and all part of what we do together with you. So that when your business has arrived, it's ready to keep going. MNP. Wherever business takes you.
Hey, it's Vitali, Rav's door and window guy. Here are 4 quick tips when choosing doors and windows for your home. 1. Get 2 to 3 estimates from a reputable vendor. 2. Choose the right manufacturer. 3. Make sure you have a warranty. And 4. Get professional installation. To book a free estimate, contact us at torontodoorsandwindows.ca.
Hey, it's Rav. Welcome back to The Everyday Investor. I'm talking to my friend Miguel. We're talking about how we can make money investing in franchises. Miguel, 4 booster juices that you own, working on the 5th one. We're talking about how location matters, rent matters. Who figures out the location? Who negotiates that? Does Booster Juice do that for you? Do you do it on your own? How does that work?
You could do it on your own.
Yeah.
The majority, but the lease will still be through Booster Juice. You're a sublease.
Okay.
Majority is from Booster Juice, picking out the locations,
okay,
vetting the location.
But if you know, I mean, because you shared with me on the break there that not all landlords necessarily know the value of their unit, and so you can get a good deal. I mean, if you can find a good deal, rent out, and is it a 5-year lease, 10-year lease? How does it kind of work?
Typically, I've seen 10-year. I've seen 5-year as well, but typically there's a term lease, 5 to 10 years at least.
Okay, so the goal here is to find cheap rent with high traffic, obviously.
Yep.
Then we have a business. So let's go through the 4 questions that we always ask. Number 1, what's the return on investment? And why you're on the show is because when I heard the return on investment is, 70 to 100% annualized, kind of return. I said, dude, you got to come on.
I think 70K to 100K, assuming, one location.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, but you say we can get in with, let's say the startup, here's the next question, how much do we need? The startup might be anywhere 250,000, 300,000 on the low end,
Yep.
And that might get you 1,500 square feet, 1,000 square feet, 2,000 square feet. So if I'm putting in 300,000, I can get a small business loan. You walk me through this, but if I'm only putting in 100,000 and borrowing 200,000, so I'm putting in 100,000 and I can make 100,000 profit, 70 to 100,000 profit, then the percentage is 70 to 100%, ROI. And so walk me through that a little bit. So I want to do this. I get accepted by Booster Juice. They got to know that I know how to run a business or that I'm not going to, give them a bad reputation. And then I can go get an SBL, a small business loan.
Yep.
How does that work? And because you said to me, technically, Rav, you don't have to have any money down, but it would be good to have some. Like, walk me through that now.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify something
Yes,
on
please.
the 70 to 100K profit.
Yeah.
That is I'm going with the assumption that, for example, you have one store.
Yep.
You're working full time in that store.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
So,
So
we're
that's
not having
important
a
to know.
manager run this one.
Right.
You can make, depending on how you run it, you can make 70K to 100K net
Right.
For one store, but you got to work that store.
Right.
Okay.
Now, when you go into multi-store, multi-unit operations, your return is going to be less, of course, because
course.
you're not there and you're not controlling the budgets as well as if you were there directly.
But you're going to make more.
But still, yeah, of
I mean,
course, it's
this is kind of your model. You, this kind of point purchase price, 250 to 300.
Right.
You have 4 of them. I know you do well, so you're doing $100,000 net per store. So that's roughly around 400,000. But you're paying now a manager per store, one manager for all 4. How do you run these?
We've got supervisors and managers
Per store?
Per store, yep.
Per store. So your net will, if you were working it would be $100,000.
It's a little bit less given the higher labor expenses.
Yes.
Right, and then of course with the managers and supervisors, they tend to drop a little bit.
Yes.
But it's in a range of close to there, yeah.
So if it's 80,000, if it's 80,000 times 4 stores,
Yeah.
we're netting 320.
Right, and it's just hard to. on
Hey,
the air-
30-year-old. Hey, 30-year-old, we're netting 320. I don't at all mean to be patronizing at all. I think I'm so inspired by it, and that's why for the first time in 14 years, I said, dude, this is not a real estate play. It's more of a business play, but I just need to have you on the show. I mean, that's fantastic. So again, talk us how we get this business loan. What do we do? So what comes first? Me saying yes to the franchise? Me getting a business loan? How does it work?
Okay, so the first step is to get in contact with head office.
Okay.
You're not going to get a loan from any bank or lender
Yeah.
without having first been approved by head office.
Okay, and there's some paperwork that says I'm approved?
Paperwork, you go through the franchise agreement.
Yeah.
There's a disclosure period. And then simultaneously, you'd already kind of be, you'd need a business plan as well.
Okay.
So whether it's for head office or for the bank, you need a business plan. You need to be able to properly lay out how you expect to make money,
Yeah.
what you as an individual bring to the table, what you'd be doing. So what is your role? And some financial
So
forecasting
you got to have
as well.
something all in order. You can't just
Right.
walk up to the bank and say, "Hey, give me money."
Right.
You got to have a plan. They've got to see that. How did you learn how to do that? I mean, did somebody coach you on that? Does the franchisor help you with that? Is it just based on your experience with Bell Mobility? Like, how does one? I mean, somebody's watching the show right now and they say, "Hey, I want to do this." How do they get to the point of, having everything in order, I's checked, T's crossed, to be able to go to the bank?
Well, the franchisor will provide some guidance on that. The bank will also let you know what they need.
Perfect.
But I did go to business school.
Yes.
I graduated with a major in accounting, so
I don't want to put you on the spot, but if somebody needed some nurturing, or maybe even you charged a few bucks for some coaching, would you be willing to help
Absolutely,
people?
yeah.
You would be?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. That's a nice gesture to be able to do that. Okay, so now our I's are dotted, T's are crossed. We go to the bank, and we need to do this one. We need $300,000.
Right.
Okay, so then what? Do they make me put some down? Do I get the whole?
I'd say you'd need $100,000.
$100,000. Okay, so the cash needed. So the return on investment is 70%, 100% annualized. When you get that is you're enjoying your profits. You monthly, weekly, daily. I mean, whenever you want to, every day you're making profit. And then the minimum amount needed, in your opinion, you share $100,000, borrow the other $200,000
Right.
as from the small business loan.
Yep.
And at today's rates, you said they're roughly around
It's about 6%.
about 6%
right now.
on 200,000, which is not a lot, especially if I'm making that kind of money.
And the important thing to know is it's a little bit easier to get this kind of loan. Still, this interest rate is a little bit high because I do know that there's a lot of other loan programs that offer less.
Yeah.
But this is guaranteed by the government.
Yeah.
So they charge a 2% charge on the amount that you're borrowing.
Okay.
But it's guaranteed. It's a little bit easier to get.
Okay.
Especially
So if I
for-
borrow 200,000, they're going to charge 2%. That's $4,000. Plus, I'm paying $6,000 on that 200,000, and that's paid monthly, or how does whatever it is?
They amortize it over, I think it's 7 years.
Okay.
Now, and it's monthly. Yeah.
And it's monthly. Okay, great. And so now I've got the $200,000. Again, I'm guided in what to do. If you run this right, this should be able to net me $70,000 to $100,000 per store. No wonder I've never met anyone, rarely, that only has one franchise, because you learn how to do it, and why not do 4, 5, 6? Like, what's Miguel's plan here? Are we gonna? I know you're working on your 5th. Are you gonna just keep going in 10, 12, 15, or what's your plan?
I do have a plan for the 5th, so that's something I'm motivated and working towards.
Yeah.
Ironically, I'm actually motivated to now move into property investing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you'll use this money and put it into property.
So I think it's important to diversify your investments. So Booster Juice, that's kind of my, I guess, my
Feeds your
operational. This is kind of like how I've made my income, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But moving, so like in that situation, it was kind of like all eggs in one basket type situation. But now I'm a little bit more mature, older. I have more opportunity now. Yeah. I'm trying to diversify the investment a little bit. So, a little bit of cash, mutual investments here, mutual fund investments here.
Yeah.
Trying to, and I say trying because I've not quite done it yet, but I'm looking to invest in property.
Yeah.
So
on this, and now you live very simply. I know you do. We hang out. You live very simply, and then you're going to take the excess now and start putting it into real estate. Just to be able to diversify.
I believed in real estate then.
Yeah.
I still believe in real estate now.
Yeah.
I think it is depending on what level of real estate investor you are. At the lowest level, at least, it is passive income.
Yeah.
In our market, I don't think I've ever seen anybody lose money on real estate.
Yeah.
So I'm a firm
in the long
believer.
run. Yeah, absolutely.
In the long run, yeah, you might in 1 to 2 years maybe.
Yeah.
But as long as you hold on to it, you'll make money.
Yeah, and I don't want to fool people. Whenever I talk to you, I'll hey Miguel, how you doing? And your answer is, I'm tired. Because you work hard. It's when you're getting into maybe 1 and you're working it, that's tiring. You have 4 working on 5. You still are supervising the supervisors. You're still managing the managers.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just sitting back and. I mean, I've seen you on the phone at the gym, because this might break down or this might happen. And so you've got to be an active investor. This is not a passive play.
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay, so 4 stores, people at the stores, I'm not necessarily at the stores on a regular basis.
Yeah.
But I'm still up at 6, 7 a.m. every morning.
Yeah.
I still go to sleep every day between 11 and 12.
Yeah.
And I'm still working as maybe more than anybody else who would work a 40 to 50-hour job. I think my work week is probably in the 60 to 70-hour range.
Yeah.
From one store to multiple stores, I'm still working a lot, maybe more than I had when I was at the stores, myself.
Yeah.
But the role is different.
Yeah.
Right.
The role's different.
The role's different.
And you're really enjoying it. Well, listen, thank you so much again for being on the show. Maybe we'll have you back, and maybe we'll see if you've got 10, 12 different stores or multiple properties, maybe an apartment building, owning the whole thing.
I'd be happy to be back,
yes,
for sure.
But thank you for being on. Thank you for watching. For more information, go to www.theeverydayinvestor.info. We'll see you next week, same place, same time. Honey, I love you. I'll be home soon. Ciao, everyone.